Hi everyone, I'm going to talk to you today about Thornhedge. Now, my name's Anthony Cummins, I'm the author of the books behind you. You guys specifically want Tolkien, although the unofficial guide to the world of Tolkien. But today I'm going to talk about Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. Now, there's some warning bells that go up first, and that is, A, it's the retelling of a classic fairy tale. It's by a female author, and it involves diverse characters. So straight away, most people into classical Western culture and tradition are going to go, that's put me on edge. Actually, though, it's pretty good, guys. I was quite shocked. It's by Titan Books, and it's the idea of Cinderella. And I'm going to give some spoilers here, so, you know, excuse me. It's a retelling of Cinderella, and that Cinderella is in her tower. Sorry, not Cinderella. I keep saying that. Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty is in her tower, covered by the Thornhedge. And the idea here is that a knight comes along, like the classic fairy tale, but this time it's a Muslim knight. Most likely an ex-crusader or someone from fighting with the Crusades. It doesn't quite tell the story in, you know, it doesn't quite give the dates, but it appears to be sort of either it talks about the Black Death, but it talks about different plagues, and I can't quite tell which plague they're on about because it's a bit obscure or the references are not quite there. But probably it's someone from around the Crusades who comes over to find the tower that Sleeping Beauty has been in. And Sleeping Beauty is, in this case, and here's the spoiler, so switch off if you don't want to know, is the evil person. So Sleeping Beauty is actually the spirit of a changeling. Now, that changeling spirit, the original child who was stolen for the changeling, which is a big thing in Western tradition, ended up in the land of the fairies and then was taught various toad magic and then became the minder of Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty goes to sleep, of course, through the spirit putting her to sleep, which is the original child, which is a really good little twist. The original child from the cradle becomes the magic user from the fairyland, and the changeling is an evil, killing, demonic thing, which is then put to sleep by the original child, and the Thornhedge grows up, and then a Muslim knight comes along and wants to know about it because he knows about the story and everything, but then they go through how it tells the story of how the young child became the female fairy godmother, basically. So when I first was like, usually I tend to avoid, it's like, oh, it's a retelling, it's by a female. I didn't know if T. Kingfisher was a female or not, and I know it sounds a bit sexist, guys, but honestly, that is now how I judge my books. If I pick it up and it's a female author, I really stop, because they've got so bad at sort of like modern diverse politics and all that it just spoils just enjoying fairy tales, so I avoid it. But I was checking this for the Telltale giveaways, like a retelling diverse. It didn't have that, but it was well hidden. It is in there, but done really well. So 10 points to T. Kingfisher for doing it really well. And she is a Hugo and Nebula award-winning author, and it isn't her story. It's not. I don't know whose story it's not. Sleeping Beauty, I assume. But yes, well worth it. Small. I prefer now, I love well put together hardbacks with a good cover and thin and small so I can get them. I did also buy What Moves the Dead, which is, I don't want to crack the spine, guys, but it's there. And I was really disappointed because it's just a retelling of The Fall of the House of Usher, almost identical. So I only got about a quarter of the way through, so I don't know if it changes it around at the end, but I probably will go and continue and finish that. But there you go, guys. Thornhedge by Titan Books. Get yourself a copy and see what you think.